Holy shit, guys! We're playing this game now.
Let's watch some people get CQC'd all over in the face.
As you can see, this game looks like it has a lot to do with CQC. So I think I'm going to try to be doing that more than just shooting people in the head with a silenced weapon.
Yes, because the gunplay is still the same.
Yeah, it was never bad at all.
But yeah.
But this looks more fun.
Yeah. You got more variety, more closer to a Solid 4, where you had like a lot of different CQC techniques.
There was I remember being confused by
how you could
like flip on your back and shoot behind your head or some crazy shit.
That was so cool.
That was
I loved all that nonsense Kojima threw in.
That's so confusing, but it's so awesome.
I know. Dude, you gotta do that fucking worm crawl. That really weird worm crawl.
That like super sneaky crawl, as if crawling weren't fucking sneaky enough. Anyway,
gotta hump the ground.
Today's fucking Monday, October 6th, 2014. 4:54 p.m.
It's hot still.
It's fucking it's warm. It's warm, but it's warm pretty much just because I had to turn off all my fans.
That's what we get for going to California. Woo! Surf's up.
Own view. Select first person. What?
Inverted, yeah.
Invert. I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, you don't want to invert it.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think I want inverted at all.
Yeah.
Third person view. Okay, it looks fine.
I think third person. Yeah. Okay. So the difference is, I think normal is Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, and third person is Solid 4. Where you're just walking around.
Yeah, I want Solid 4.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
It's way better this way.
Captions on.
Way better.
Brightness. Holy shit. Wow. Oh. Monitor brightness at the gray.
Just your monitors, guys. You're not gonna do it. No one ever does it.
Fucking whatever. I mean, cause like I could adjust my screen brightness so that this is all fine,
but it wouldn't matter for you guys.
Yeah, I mean that would whatever. Fuck it, I can do this.
I've never done that. That's just too much work.
Special.
When I'm watching YouTube videos.
Basic actions.
Basic actions. Oh.
What is this? Walking, running, crawling.
It's just a bunch of tutorials.
Corner, jump out, shooting. Oh. That's weird that they organize it like this.
I guess.
Okay.
Running is a basic action here.
Briefing files. Let me just look at what this is.
Oh, this is...
Virtuous Mission.
Think Tanker Mission, Plant Mission.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Oh, wait, no, you don't want to...
Yeah.
Head of the CIA is fine.
This is just an intro cutscene.
Yeah, okay. So there's okay, so spoiler alert, there's someone named Jack in this game. What?
Alright, there's a thing.
New game. I'm playing Metal Gear Solid. I like Metal Gear Solid.
Alright.
What does this mean?
It does something. I want to look it up real quick.
What the? This is...
It actually does something to the gameplay.
This could use fucking some explanation.
Yeah. It's really just really vague.
Wait a minute. So is this just like... I've never played him... Like, is this how much like backstory they give you?
Oh god, sorry about that, boys.
Oh, yeah. My phone does it all the time.
Let me just tweet.
Is this just like... I've played Metal Gear Solid 1, so I know about that. I played Solid 2, so I...
It changes very subtle things. Let me look at it really quick. Game facts.
That's very weird, game. Is that how you spell transferring?
Transfer... What?
I feel like that should be an E.
No, it's E. That's an E. That's definitely an E.
Is that just a typo?
Okay. If you say I like MGS 2, the only difference is you get a Raiden mask.
What?
It's a Raiden mask. That's it.
Okay.
And if you do I like Metal Gear Solid 1... Okay. If you do I like Metal Gear Solid 1, Snake is clean shaven.
That's not the right Snake. Yeah. I don't like Metal Gear Solid 1.
If you do I like Metal Gear Solid 3, there's no cosmetic effects on the opening start, but Beating the game with this starting choice unlocks all the special features such as the demo theater, the outtakes / comedy theater on disc 2. And if you do, I like none of them, or the first time, whatever, nothing happens. So you want to do Metal Gear Solid 3. I mean, you get...
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Metal Gear Solid 3.
It makes
What
no...
the hell is this? This is racist. Yeah. This is racism.
That was how it was for the European release. Then they added it to like substance.
Very easy. For non-action players.
I think I played it on extreme. That shit was pretty difficult.
Game ends when seen by the enemy.
That is insane.
That's
European
ridiculous.
extreme.
I'm thinking, like, here's the thing about like difficulty settings in video game. I didn't set the timer. Like, I want to play it on hard because I feel like I can, and I know I could.
Yeah.
But the only difference is that I'm gonna die more and lose more on hard mode, which would make this LP longer. So I mean, I don't want to go easy or very easy because
I think hard would be good. Hard.
Because I'm not a girl. But I am a little boy.
Oh.
But I'm not a girl. So
I think hard would be. I think hard is fine.
I'm just like foreseeing like me losing on some boss more than I want to.
Probably.
And I don't want that at all.
I'm looking at some game facts, see how hard mode is.
Pretty much what I'm thinking is that basically in hard mode I just take more damage, or is the AI better?
I don't think the AI is better.
See, if the AI were better, I would definitely go hard mode. But if it's just like I take like 1.5 times
Alright,
damage.
never mind. AI is more alert.
Really? On hard?
Yep. That's what that is what Pyro Bunta is saying on Game Facts.
Pyro Bunta? I know Pyro Bunta. I don't trust Pyro Bunta, but so hard mode. I'm thinking hard mode.
People wake up faster from tranquilizer darts, and Snake's HP doesn't recover as fast, and just enemies are more alert. So
YOLO.
Oh boy,
We're getting hard. We're getting hard and solid.
Dude, I wonder how hard European extreme is.
It's European. We don't live in
the end of World War II. The world was split into two.
Oh my God.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Actually, wasn't that just like Germany? Or I guess most of Europe?
Most of Europe.
Konami presents World War II. War of the Snakes. Hideo Kojima presents a Hideo Kojima game.
Snakes on a plane.
With that guy from the last two games.
These other people that you don't know. Brian Cummings. Piddock. These names are crazy.
I know I got annoyed at... Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't get annoyed at anything.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check.
I know that guy.
All right. You ready to go? Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass.
Kind of remember her.
Cab okay. Good. We've got high visibility.
This dude's scar is not nearly big enough.
I know, that's ridiculous. He probably gave that to him himself because he thought it looked cool.
Smoking's bad. Okay.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Put it on. Put it on.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
You son of a bitch. That's David Hayter. How dare you?
Approaching release point.
Bastard. How dare you talk about
10
David
minutes to
Hayter?
drop off.
Hey, are you deaf? He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
No, you said mask, not mosque.
Bear in mind, this is before Metal Gear 1, when Snake has the whole Outer Haven thing and Metal Gear stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is naked Snake right now.
Yep.
Not solid
Depressurization
Snake.
complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
This is pretty big, boss.
U.S. Army. Okay. So we're with the Army now? Weren't we with, like, the Navy before?
That was Solid 2. Solidus was the Navy.
In the Navy. Solid. Ah, you bitch.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to
Okay.
drop off.
I'll try.
Activate BLR model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
Fucking
10 seconds to drop off. Stand
Wow.
by.
What physics caused that to
I
happen?
know.
Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5.
That was just them, like, saying, yeah, we understand physics at this high altitude and the speed.
Fly. God be with you.
Fly, Snake. That's not how you fly.
Yeah. Is spinning around like that good for your fucking brain?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like that's really bad for you to do. But this is a there it
it's
is.
so cool.
This
though.
is a Hideo Kojima game, so he had to flip.
Jack, I've got some important
Hideo
news.
Kojima also directed Mario
Head
64.
of the CIA has finally given us the green light
What?
for the Virtuous Mission.
Virtual Mission?
No, the Virtuous Mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous Mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Now, don't get cocky, this isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
You see, this
The Earth
Yep.
is lending all the credibility in the world to this game.
Well spoken.
A lot
The
of
rocket
it.
Actual
that carried
footage.
Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1.
I love this.
Known as the
I think this is actual stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket.
This may not be.
After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. He used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh my god.
October 16, 1962.
Actual dates.
President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate range
That's
ballistic
the
missiles.
president.
That's the guy that actually lived.
The president commanded the Soviets to dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down.
Never
instead
back down.
Placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels.
I know what that
Trigger
is.
standards. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
America won.
But in order to
Fuck
get
yeah.
the Soviets to pull
They're
their
back
missiles
down.
out, we had to make a deal.
Hashtag America.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove
Hashtag
the
ISIS.
IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
Probably didn't happen.
What the hell was he working on?
That's probably made up.
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight.
That was mean.
Seriously.
Why would you do
A
that?
month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
You didn't save him.
He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
Oh.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now,
a metal
the
nuclear
Soviets have
device.
been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there
Okay.
just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Okay, so we gotta save this. We gotta
Why is it
kidnap.
white? Alright, there we go.
We gotta kidnap this Russian scientist
That wants to be kidnapped.
that we already kidnapped but gave back to the Russians
Yeah.
in order for them to pull out of Cuba. And
The
then
wind is very loud.
it is. And Snake is not flipping anymore. This is not as cool as it could be. Kind of disappointed in Kojima right now. He should be doing crazy, outrageous acrobatics in the air.
But he has to fly. Oh.
Your mission is to infiltrate
R1.
Selino-Yarsk in
They're
the
calling
Soviet
him Jack. I don't
mountains
like
and
that.
ensure the safety of
Press
Sokolov
R1,
back
Randy.
to the west.
Oh. Oh shit.
There's a bunch of stuff like that in this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's totally Metal Gear Solid 4.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
I like how the text is like... It's hard to read. I like that.
It's more like
It looks like
they,
it's moving.
yeah,
Once
it's
we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point.
that may not be intentional.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to
That probably
inflate it.
isn't
The process
intentional.
takes about 20 minutes.
Maybe.
Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Really? You
Home
think
in
so?
time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
What was that? What was that nod all about? I don't like that nod. What was
Dude, that
that?
parachute has so many holes.
Yeah, that's
What is happening?
It doesn't seem like it's a good parachute. I don't know anything about parachutes.
Parachutes generally look solid.
My understanding. Yeah, exactly. Not quite so naked as this. Oh shit! That was all of our equipment.
Ah! Almost fell off a cliff.
But we landed
So cool.
like a cat or something, not a snake. We should have landed on our stomach. Look how quickly and dramatically he just did that. That was amazing. And he's gonna take off his helmet, and his hair is gonna fly in the wind as he looks over this crazy cliff. There it is. There it is.
I like how he's just dropping it.
There it is, Sergio. Wait for it. Oh my god.
Snake.
And then we're gonna see his face or some kind of close-up. Yes! Yes! There it is.
Snake
It
sound.
looks so cool.
So kakoi desune.
I like how they made him look slightly different than Solid Snake.
Yeah.
And some, I don't know if it's just the facial hair, but he looks meaner. More grrr. Oh shit.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening
Where's
in.
Snake's face?
From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Jack?
Snake?
Yeah.
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one at a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Oh shit.
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I liked snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha.
What?
Getting back to the subject.
I don't remember.
Where exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
Not very legendary
I see.
hero-like
Well,
of him.
You better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
I miss
I'll
Campbell.
be monitoring your progress over the radio.
Already
Can't
Miss
risk
Campbell.
violating Soviet airspace, but I'll
Yeah, his
be in
voice was
touch.
cooler.
My
Yeah.
frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
You see that call
If
is
you
in
need
all
to talk to
caps
me, use the send function.
because those are actual gameplay
Snake.
functions.
Go get your
Yeah.
backpack.
That's what the game developers are telling you. Right there.
And I like how it's just, you actually have a radio now instead of not weird-ass nanomachines where...
So I can die. I'm not gonna die.
And if you see on the top right, that's your stealth camo.
Yeah. It's awesome.
You got 50,
That's
60%.
awesome lot.
You get more
so-
camo in the shade.
Yeah, I lose a little bit of camo if I crawl fast, if I crawl slow. Full camo.
And you can use the D-pad to...
Super slow
Yeah.
crawl.
same for walking and stuff.
I can't
There's
walk.
no... That's not in this
There's
game.
yeah.
That's in Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker.
I think actually it is in the 3DS version of this game.
Really?
I think so.
Huh.
I remember reading that somewhere.
Yeah, this... I prefer this camera angle way more than like the
Yeah,
top down.
This is alright. This is pretty good.
What the hell?
I'm hearing something. What
I
is
saw
that
a
shit?
thing in the grass behind you. It's a snake.
Oh god, it's another snake. It looks more liquid.
It's like it. It's like an epic battle sequence. Just like trying to knife the snake.
Okay, that's how I get that. Cool. A bit
I see
grass.
you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the
Right there's
survival
fine.
viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
Or a
My
shotgun.
only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
Hush
That's
puppy.
right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire.
Oh god.
Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare.
Not supposed to
There aren't
leave any
supposed
shit
to be
anywhere?
any American soldiers in
Leave it in
Russia.
the mud. No
It
one
could
knows.
spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. There'll be no
dead.
rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. Send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
Ah.
Keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission,
It's
right?
crazy.
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic?
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save,
Shut up,
send a
birds.
message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh.
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
It's the boss.
That's right. It's me.
The boss.
The boss.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No. I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that.
He's complaining a little right now. That's not what a soldier would do.
In spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why.
Or her place.
But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times.
Dude, this is so many truth bombs, like right at the beginning of the game. Jesus Christ.
Loyalty to the end. There's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code.
She like completely just blew his cover.
I know, seriously.
That's right.
Everyone listening in on their secret conversation.
World War II was a snake, the Cobra Unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember.
Kind of insulting to the Green Berets, but okay.
Survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.